The easiest way to build unbreakable self-respect is doing things you respect and admire in others. And that's the secret. You can click this video off and go do something you respect in others. If you want to stay and listen to me a bit more, then I just want to tell you a quick story that self-respect was always difficult for me. I didn't respect myself, essentially. And it was because of my physicality. I was a pretty skinny kid and I was pretty weak. I always viewed myself as awkward. I thought everything I do and say is just kind of off, and other boys at school are always a bit cooler than me. Well, not a bit, more cool in any aspect. And then lastly, my stutter was a huge part of it. And because of that combo, I just didn't respect myself. How could I respect myself? Thankfully, when I was 19, I stumbled upon a YouTube video on self-respect. And back then, over 10 years ago, self-help videos were not as prominent as they are now. And the guy said something that just totally changed everything in my life. And that was what I said at the beginning of this video. The best way to build self-respect is to do things you respect and admire in others. And since then, the first thing that really contributed a lot towards the self-respect was that I started jogging in winter. No excuses, no matter what the temperature was. And at that time, and again, I was 19, I was able to start from like 2-minute jog. Afterwards, I was exhausted, and I built that up to an hour. The next thing that I did, well, kind of simultaneous with the jogging thing, was I started learning how to talk to girls, which eventually helped me get my first girlfriend when I was 19. And then the third thing was that I really focused on my studies, and I really, for the first time in my life, really, I became diligent with how I studied. Now, all of these changes, they didn't happen at once. This is a long process, and this is a process that has been going for 10 years now. Actually, probably around this time, it's going to be the 10th anniversary since I started jogging. But it's a journey that changed my life, and this rule has been with me this whole time. Simply do things you respect and admire in others, and that way you will build an unbreakable self-confidence and self-respect.